Hi, welcome back. In today's video, let's take a look at another one of the easy Leetcode problems, which also classifies under the top interview questions, which is the maximum depth of binary tree. Now, super easy question. I'm going to be explaining to you the algorithm, and then we will go ahead and code it in Python. So the algorithm remains pretty much the same across languages. So yeah, go ahead and use your favorite language to code the algorithm. So let's get started. Now, given an input, you have basically, you'll be given a binary tree and you need to return the maximum depth of the binary tree. Now, depth of a binary tree basically signifies how down below the binary tree actually goes. So if you see here, the final leaves at the end, that is 15 and 17, and at the third layer, right? So you will say the depth is 3 here. So the output that the code should be returning is 3. So I'm going to be doing this using recursion. Okay, so let's say you want to return. Okay, what do you want to return? You return something. Now, you want to find the maximum depth of this tree, right? So what we do is we start with a node and we go down to find the maximum depth on the left node. And then we find the maximum depth on the right node. Then we find the maximum of 2 and we add 1, right? So think about it. Now, if I want to find the max depth, okay, so I'm just going to be again calling out the same function. So I'll say self.maxDepth, right? And I will give it root.left, right? So now I get the maximum depth on the left side of my binary tree, okay? And now let's say I also want the maximum depth, on the right side of my binary tree, right? So that would be max depth root.right, right? So you have now the two maximum depths, the left and the right. So what do? The first thing you do is you pick the maximum of the two, right? You pick the maximum of the two and you return 1 plus. So why you return 1 plus is you're also counting the root node layer, which is also a layer. So here if you see, the output depth is 3, which is 1, 2, 3. But when the code finds the maximum depth, it is not considering the root layer. So you also consider the root layer and you add 1, right? Now, let's also write down the base case, which is if root is none, you want to return 0. So let's run this and see if we are able to get our answers. Okay, so it says accepted, and let's try to submit it and see if all the test cases verify.